Hello everyone, it's John and today's video is about a hike at Maryland Mountain Quartz Valley Open Space Park. It is another video in an ongoing series on hikes close to the town of Golden, a popular Front Range recreation destination. This 600-acre park is located about 35 minutes west of Golden, amid the higher foothills that surround the former mining town of Blackhawk. The drive from Golden to Blackhawk traces the route of the bygone Colorado Central Railroad, a narrow-gauge marvel of Victorian-era engineering. It was built in 1872 and was the first railroad to reach up to Colorado's gold mines. Once known as the City of Mills, Blackhawk almost became a ghost town before legalized gambling turned it into the Vegas of the Rockies. As the temptations of loose slots and all-you-can-eat crab legs are left behind, a more alluring seductress calls the hiker's heart into the hills beyond, with tales of secret riches found only during a walk in the woods. Soon the aptly named Hidden Treasure Trailhead appears on the right, essentially an ostentatious display of gambling wealth. It offers plenty of parking, spotless restrooms, and a lavishness that most hikers are unaccustomed to. Crossing the highway on a beautiful pedestrian bridge with glowing lights, the hike begins at 8,205 feet above sea level. At first, the trail winds around the base of Maryland Mountain, following the route of the historic Gilpin Tramway. This narrow-gauge ore tram operated from 1887 until near the end of the mining era in 1917. Its small industrial-style locomotives, or shays, pulled ore cars from distant mines to the many mills lining the banks of a rushing stream as it flows through the middle of Blackhawk. This former railbed, painstakingly carved into the mountainside and supported with impressive stonework, is certainly a testament to the ingenuity and grit of its 19th century builders. After a leisurely half-mile, the hike begins climbing the 1.3-mile summit trail to the top of Maryland Mountain that gains about 900 feet of elevation. The trail is steep in some places, but it is mostly a gradual climb, with plenty of switchbacks and few, if any, big steps. Another bonus, the summit trail is hiker only, meaning you will not have to constantly scan for escape routes in anticipation of an oncoming mountain bike. Although the park is a popular mountain biking area, its multi-use trails are laid out so as to minimize conflicts between riders and hikers, but it is always best to be vigilant. Easily the most challenging section of this 6.2-mile loop hike, it is perfect for enjoying the solitude of a winter hike and the peace that is found only in nature. As the trail continues to gain elevation, it provides occasional glimpses of Blackhawk below. Gone are the incessantly clanging and smoke-belching mills of a century ago, replaced now by a glittering cityscape of casinos. The City of Mills has become the City of Thrills, and both a stark contrast to the natural world surrounding the trail. Due to its location in the heart of Colorado's Front Range foothills, the distant views to be had along this section of trail are stunning, and as they appear around almost every turn, the ascent seems less tiring than it should be. Less than a quarter mile from the top, the summit trail merges with a multi-use trail called Easy Money, and then the 9,200-foot summit of Maryland Mountain is reached. It is, however, densely wooded and something of a letdown after the panoramic vistas to be had on the way up. Nevertheless, there are inspiring glimpses of both the surrounding foothills and distant peaks, and it is a pleasant spot to savor breakfast or lunch. It is difficult to leave such a beautiful spot, but the name Easy Money makes this trail seem more inviting, and it is an easy descent. Along the way, a fallen log is a reminder of the important role dead trees play in maintaining a healthy forest ecosystem. They form microhabitats that shelter small animals, provide a home for fungi and insects, and create healthy soil for new trees, not to mention providing us with a poignant reminder that all life is fleeting and precious. Passing through Easy Money's many switchbacks, the terrain changes back and forth from open meadows to aspen groves, giving the descent along the west-facing slopes of Maryland Mountain a completely different feel than the climb up the east side. At last, after a final series of switchbacks along a grassy hillside, the creek bottom of Chase Gulch is reached at an elevation of about 8,550 feet. Here, a former mine road known as the Quartz Valley Trail takes hikers past the remnants of the mining era, including dilapidated structures, lanes, and the steel-scarred earth itself. It's a sobering glimpse into the impact of humankind's unquenchable thirst for riches, but also a testament to the resilience of nature. This section of the hike really showcases the unique way in which century-old relics of the gold rush have intertwined with pristine nature. Slowly, the land is healing, reclaiming its wildness, reminding us that nature always wins, as our minds, bodies, and everything we build with them will someday return to the earth from which they came. Eventually, the old road passes a thicket of willows growing along the creek bank, and then some more aspens before slipping into a forest of tall evergreens. Soon, a sheer rock face looms on the left. It is the Castle Rock, a historic landmark in Chase Gulch. To the right, the small stream that the trail has been following drops over a stone wall, creating an icy waterfall frozen in the wintry air. At this point, the Gilpin Tramway Trail branches to the left, clinging to the mountainside in a gentle downward grade, while the Quartz Valley Road continues down Chase Gulch to the right. This final stretch of the hike showcases a visual symphony: rock outcroppings, hand-laid stone walls, and a trail that in places seems to be hanging off the face of a cliff. Breathtaking views entice hikers to linger as the light fades on a short winter day. As darkness closes in, the glowing light of the hidden treasure pedestrian bridge will soon be in sight, signaling the journey's end. What a day it's been, uncovering the treasures of Maryland Mountain, where history and nature collide, where the futility of pursuing riches contrasts with the priceless joy of a walk in nature. So what are you waiting for? Until next time.